This is something I like to do when we have downtime. Have something for you guys and frankly for us too to be able to watch. So this is DSNF. This is their last setup. So they were against TGH. DSNF, TGH, and they were up one game. So let me put that all in to the score stuff here so you guys can see. Now, again, this is the player perspective. So we are looking at a specific replay file. And so you guys can kind of get an idea of what this looks like as a tournament play. So you've got already a lot of pinging going on. It looks to me like you are probably going to be the one calling this game based on all the clicking. You're telling somebody go here. That's a position, for example, for a radar cruiser, probably the Moskva, or maybe the Annapolis. So let's see, Bungo, Colombo, Annapolis, Moskva, Komisar, Shimakaze, Summers, Gdansk, and Trump. So there's our hybrid with the Komisar and a Bungo.
Interesting that one team's got the hybrid and another team doesn't. Like this, I don't think the hybrids make that much of a difference.
I didn't, well, or because it was announced, I think it was announced early this morning or I think it was yesterday afternoon for us, right? So, you know, about a day in advance essentially for the tournament. I think teams already had strategies, and so it's like, oh, wait, now we can take what? You know, do you want to go back to the drawing board after you've practiced and whatever else? That's kind of rough.
Well, I mean, I just say like the clan battle seasons when they let the Louisiana in, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first 2 days, that's literally all everybody brought. Then you started seeing them on the weekend just starting to wind down to the beginning of the following week. That Wednesday, I was like, oh, wow, every fifth game you saw Louisiana, then you're like, wow, we still won.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the teams that can pull off using the ships correctly and the spotting and actually getting the ship involved, they're too far and few between, in my opinion.
Yeah. Now we saw this exact same, a very similar strategy at least, last week from DSNF, right? They had the Trump to the south of the B-cap, expecting to see a Z52 or 42.
That was a 42.
Right, in that game. But a Z of something. But the enemy team didn't bring one. So, I mean, Crunk just knows he can just walk right on in there, and that's exactly what he does. Enemy team, we didn't talk about that. Patry, Colombo, Moskva, Petro, Henri, Double Marseille, Kleber, and Gdansk. That's a very strong, like, hard kite, you know, flank push.
You know, if you notice what the Trump is doing is he's dropping these bombs to force them forward into his torpedoes.
Okay.
Like, you know, little tips and tricks for people.
I was thinking he was using the torpedoes to gauge the speed of the Colombo, so he knows if the guy is moving, you know, full speed, turning,
well,
whatever.
I mean, obviously you're doing that though too, but like, you know, he waited for that white line to be past the island and dropped them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he didn't drop the second set of bombers to make sure he keeps coming forward.
That's the one thing that I was surprised about too. I mean, I realized he just went dark. I think he was probably hoping that. I mean, how many times have we done something where we've like shot something or dropped the Dutch oven and then like it's gone, you know, and like literally a half second after you, like right after you push the button, like the person shows back up again, and you're like, come on.
Well, I got yelled at in clan battles yesterday.
Oh, good job. It only took you one day.
Calling, and I'm the one calling, right?
Uh-huh.
I was going up against a Deering in my Montana, and the Deering dropped all his torps, and I'm getting yelled at. I'm like, just blind shoot. They're like, just blind shoot. I go, why? I'm playing with my food.
Uh-huh.
They're like, you know, Deering gets spotted 2 kilometers from me. Yeah, all my shells shit. The Deering went goodbye.
Yep. Okay. I'm surprised to not see another airstrike right now, but maybe you're waiting to take your time, let it charge up. Uh-oh, Gdansk.
Engine boost activated. Ship is on fire.
Oof. Big
You
hit
know
from
what the
Colombo.
funny thing is? That speed boost actually allowed him to get hit the second time.
I know, I was just thinking that too.
Like I had GP yesterday, you know, like do the smart thing. Somebody shot, he hit the brakes and turned. And then the next thing you know, GP just got slapped. It's like, man, don't you love it when you do the correct play and the guy's horrific freaking aim pays off?
Yep.
mean,
Yeah, I mean,
luckily
hitting
he
the
didn't
engine
die.
boost is absolutely just, you know, it's a reaction. It's like, oh. I mean, that's what you do in a destroyer, especially in a one where you don't have smoke. You use your engine boost.
I'm not saying it, like, ironically, I'm not saying that's the wrong thing, because, like, how many times hitting your speed boost actually screws you over? It's just funny, it's like, as soon as I saw him hit it, I'm like, oh, they're actually going to hit because the island's not going to break it up. He'll be far enough forward.
Okay, so torpedo hit on the Gdansk. I'm surprised you're not using the Dutch oven right here. There you go. Like, it felt like you weren't... I mean, I either use the guns or the Dutch oven. And I get it, you want to get the cap, but at the same time, your buddy just died because of that.
I mean, at least the Dutch oven.
Right.
Like, force out the DCP and then shoot him to get the fire.
Either way, nice hit on the Henri.
Problem solved, sir.
So I think the big thing just happened. You got the kill. And see, this happens to me all the time too. You pop your engine boost or your DCP, the next shot either puts you on fire or if you're a destroyer, breaks your engine.
I mean, luckily it's just an engine.
Yeah, if it was a fire too, that could have been problematic.
I mean, we say lucky until we see torpedoes and he can't maneuver. Ooh, Henry's gonna take a torp.
Torpedoes astern.
Interesting that a Shimikami, for the most part, is holding the A-flank by himself.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you think about it, they have the cap. TGH has the A cap. There's no need for them to... All they have to do is defend it. They're not going to push through. Okay, we can finally stop hearing the engine clanking sound.
That's good. Unless you like the engine clinking sound.
It's a nice sound. It's a good feature.
Ooh, that's a double fire.
And it's ticking. D is being capped. Or C is being capped, sorry. So Gdansk has gone back in. The problem is, you can't really fight the Gdansk. So I don't like this decision to keep going north. Would have been better off turning south. Don't shoot. Because you have that instead.
You know what I'm surprised he's not doing?
Dying?
Why aren't you going to harass a Petra that's parked next to an island that is perfect for Dutch ovens?
Oh, okay. So in other words, rotate over to B and then just sit there and just keep dropping on him. Sure, that could be a possibility.
Yeah.
I think
'Cause you
once
kinda
C is
must come out
capped,
in position to do it.
I think once C is capped, and they know that they have C, then he's free to leave and do that. But up until that point,
Well, I mean,
you don't want to be
but
fighting,
DB
like I said.
said-
Right. Well, like I said, you don't want to be fighting that Gdansk anyway. So I agree. I think it would have been better to rotate over to B after the after that cap, you know, and after he's almost dead.
Engine boost deactivated.
But that's okay. The enemy team wants to sit there in an area and there's no destroyer to worry about to spot him, so he can just play games with his Dutch oven.
I mean, all of his damage has come through fires and Dutch ovens.
Mm-hmm. The other thing, too, is
He's
you don't
always-
necessarily know if the Petro is still there or if he's moved.
Well, I mean, that's really easy with the commissar. Just go spot the jerk.
Right, yeah. Commissar just picked up the Moskva, and that's what he was doing just now. He just picked up the Moskva and the Kleber. So he knows he needs to back off. Now, here, I honestly, I'd probably just chase after the Petri and just keep dropping on him, because LOL, why not? Got a Summers put in this. First time we've seen a Summers in quite some time.
Who's got the Summers? Oh, that's for the smoke for Indianapolis, right?
No, it's just that seeing a Summers. It's unusual to see it in a tournament. You know, usually it's banned or not allowed.
I don't know why. Oh look, what like?
It's an American Shimakaze.
No, I don't understand what the red team is doing. Why are you leaving the Petro there? Like you're down chips, you're down caps, you're down points.
There
Right,
goes the
'cause I'm
Marsilli.
pretty sure what we're seeing on the screen is just a replay glitch.
Yeah, it's the replay glitch. It's reversed. So I mean, DSNF doesn't have to push. They're in a really good position now.
Well, what I'm saying is you've got a Petro that's literally just been sitting there. Like now it's getting involved in this fight. Right? Like as much as there was a commissar over at 8, you're literally being held up by a Shimakaze. One destroyer.
Well, and the Commissar too, but yeah.
Well, I mean, he's in plane mode. Like, you need to take advantage of when they go into plane mode.
Well, desperation play on the part of TGH, throwing their Kleber in. I get it. They actually do get the cap.
But I'm pretty sure the game's over.
Yep. Yep. So let's take a look at the detailed report here and kind of get an idea of what we see. So 2 base caps, 95 bomb hits. Obviously, team score doesn't show you anything other than who got what kills. So, I don't know, kill more things. And then let's take a look at the damage you've done. So you did 22,000 damage with the bomb hits, 18,000 with the fires. You've done 0 damage with main battery. You fired 6 shells. 0 damage with... I thought I saw a torpedo hit. Maybe I was wrong. But it makes sense to just luck chuck torps, especially in a game like this, in a competitive environment. Let's look at the artillery hits.
Right. He shot his guns once, and that was at the end of the game. And they didn't connect.
Yep. So there's the big one against the Marseille with the fires. Also a good hit on the Henri, and just a little bit of chip damage for both here. So, all right, well, we're going to go ahead and take a look at another game from the player perspective, because we do have that time.